Love you all with all my heart, with all my might. This is Joey A, the author of Fantasies and Illusions, Compass, the quest for infinite free will. This is, I'm back home. I'm back home. It's essentially, I'd like to, today's video is a special video. It's about free will. So as you know, I have uploaded Earth's Constitution, and what Earth's Constitution means for us, humanity, the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth, who we are, infinite eternal creators, who we are, humanity, who we are. So this video is about free will. It's part of our constitution, Earth's constitution, who we are, light spherical beings, compass and sundial, all of us, humanity, infinite eternal creators, the human heartbeat, pulse of life, the pulse of creation. So, but I'd like to start with an intro so you understand what free will is in a way. So I'll share a story, a personal story, and then we'll build from there. So as you know, the last month or so, I think it's been over 44 days, I was traveling. I was in this island. It's a beautiful island, and I was there writing my music, and I wrote over 130 plus songs. I think it was 136, 137, 138, and still counting. I'm still writing songs. I sing a cappella on my different channel, Papa Jamanapa, Kila Lyrics Music, Soul Ra Ray. My pen name, my artistic names, I express my art that way, my free will. So I was there for 40 plus days. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience, and I did it purposely because, purposeful daily action is what proves free will. So I went for over 40 days. I think it was 44 nights and 44 days or something like that, and it was beautiful, it was amazing, and I wrote a lot of songs, and it's fantastic. So you see, that's free will, you see. You know, not such thing as predestination. This notion of there's this notion, this erroneous notion, is an error, type 1 error and type 2 error combined, making a type 3 error, which is essentially telemetry thinking in nature, if you understand what type 3 error is. So a type 3 error is exactly what this fallacy is, this falsehood, this dogma, this idea that there's not such a thing as free will, and that they give it all sorts of names, the paradox of free will, and all these misconstrued ideas based on dogma. So predestination and all these ideas that are essentially erroneous, they're incorrect, they're type 3 errors, they're biases, and that's what they are, the fantasies and illusions. So free will is real because we are real. We are identity and true self with a human heartbeat. We're the individual. We are conscious and self-aware. We have a singularity of the mind and the singularity of the heart and the singularity of the lungs. We exist, and we have free will. We choose what we do with our lives, with our minds, with our paths, with our journey. So I decided to do that as a, to prove this notion of free will and what free will is, which is a big part of the book, is in the title, of the book. The quest for infinite free will, which is who we are, our nature. So I did that as a test to prove that we are capable of free will because of our nature, who we are, infinite eternal creators. So I've done that on the channel. There, all the proof is there, and the most wonderful thing of it all is that infinity is obviously the sphere, and pi is the proof mathematically of it. It's infinite numbers out of the ratio of the sphere, like the radius of it. Like you divide into infinity and this, you got a sphere, a zero, and what do you get? You get pi. Essentially, the radius of the circumference of the circle, the ratios, and all these different elements that prove infinity, right? It's this infinite number pi. And the most beautiful thing of it is that because of free will, I wanted to prove the point that free will is based on infinite free will. And as you all know, the approximation of pi is 3.12, and then it's an infinite number of numbers, right? After 3.12. So I wrote enough songs. So I have it in the other channel as a post. The community posts. I uploaded screenshots of the total number of songs divided by the number of days, and I was able to approximate to pi. The closest that I got was 3.17, I think, or 3.14. The information is there. The proof is there in the channel. So it was around, I think, 130 plus divided by 37 days or something, which is the number of songs divided by the days that it took me to write those songs, and it got very close to 3.12. So obviously, it's as you guys know, I'm not only a singer and a writer, but I'm also a comedian. So jest and humor is a fundamental part of life. Truth be told, in jest, and it's extremely important to communicate messages that are hard to swallow for people who are dogmatic. You have to be humorous about it, so they process it in a non-violent way. So that's what I've done in a funny way. So to prove infinite free will, me writing songs a cappella, I had to do it in a way in which I approximated infinity, right? Because it's infinite free will. And pi is infinity of the sphere, mathematically speaking, as an expression. So I wrote enough numbers to approximate as close as possible to pi to prove that infinity and free will is infinite free will. And I did that over 40 days. So I was able to sustain pi in terms of cadence, my rhythm of performance, my purposeful daily action, sustain over time, my infinite free will, sustain over time, with the spirit of 44 days and 44 nights. And I maintain infinity, proving infinite free will, because it is real. This is all original music. And then obviously, I added a little bit of humor in the end, and this idea of the pie and humble pies, right? For these incredulous people who are driven by fantasies and illusions, dogma, who don't believe in free will and the paradox of free will and all these predestination and all these ideas that are erroneous. Type 3, error, biases, fallacies, all these notions, falsehoods, all these things that we have spoken at length here. And so essentially, the last post I did in relation to this notion was I uploaded a picture of a pie, and a homemade pie, and I called it pie, like pie. So you see, playing on words, because it's just proof, right? You see the free will, I made that pie. So, free will allows me to cook, right? my instinct to live, the human heartbeat. We live to love and we love to live, and part of life is humor. We love to feel good, to be purposeful, to be feel nice, meaningful lives, purposeful lives, the pursuit of happiness, happiness, a happy life, meaningful life, purposeful life. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. It's our instincts, right? The primordial instinct of the human race is a human heartbeat, and generates the electromagnetic field that powers the human body, so we can have all sorts of singularities across our organs and glands. And then we are who we are, infinite eternal creators, tetragrammatons, defenders and leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth, who we are, the human race. A benevolent species, a loving species, who we are, humanity, who we are. So, and it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful, eh? So, we love, and I love pie, by the way. Pie is one of my favorite meals. Pie. It's a wonderful meal, and you see, we love to live, and part of living is energy sources, fundamental energy sources, and one of those is food, and pi is a food, and it's also the number that proves infinity, mathematically speaking, of course, the sphere, infinite free will. So I just put it all together in one beautiful sequence, so the world can see what that means, because it is free will is real. So it's as real as we are. It's as real as we are. In fact, we manifest free will because we're compass and sundials. We're identity and true self. We're purpose. We are time and energy. We are action. We are why, how. We are flow. We are true north and destination. And I'm going to prove this is the notion of free will, right? Because if you think about it, the name of the book is Fantasies and Illusions, Compass, the quest for infinite free will, right? So, and what's Compass? Well, it's a quest for infinite free will. So let's start in the beginning. So let's start there. And the beginning is very simple. It's identity and true self is a first primary element of Compass, right? So who the identity, and whose identity? The individual with a true self. And who's that? Well, me in this case, humanity, us, everyone. Why? Because we are alive. We live to love and we love to live. And why are we alive? Because of our primordial instinct, the human heartbeat. And we'll have a human heartbeat, right? So that's it, right? The identity, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation that creates the conditions, the resonance, the electromagnetic field, the human body, light spherical energy, who we are, light spherical beings. It's a benevolent species, this loving species, heart-based species, love-based species, heartful species, who we are. And then that allows us to be conscious and self-aware as a result of a human heartbeat. So that is the individual. And by being self-aware, we understand our nature, which is to live to love. So self-love leads us to that, to the infinite self-realization of who we are, infinite energy, infinite creation. We are the epicenter of the cosmos, just like the apple or proves the seed of life, right? At the core, at the heart of the apple, the fruit that we consume. And that's who we are, the seed of life, the flower of life, who we are, humanity. Sets of 64 is the biology of infinity, who we are, the human DNA. And we are conscious and self-aware, the singularity of the mind, so we can be conscious and self-aware and understand reality for what it is through our sensory perception and understand it and live it. So you see, so because I exist, and I've been doing a lot of upgrades to my house, and one of the upgrades is this beautiful mathematician who said this beautiful thing, that everything that that is possible demands to exist. And I have that quote right there behind me, because it is true. Because of free will is the mind, the singularity of the mind, the creativity of the mind, the imagination, our free will. We manifest free will as compass. So you see, and in this case, I went to an island, which is a choice that I made, right? Purposeful daily action. I took action, the fourth primary element of compass. Why? Because I'm an identity and a true self. I'm an individual. I'm a compass, I'm a sundial. And my purpose was to deliberately, purposefully get on a ferry and travel to this island and write music there and prove pi, infinite free will, through my actions. And I use time and energy. My energy, we are energy, infinite creation, infinite love, who we are. My videos are about love, infinity creation, energy, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. And I proved it, right? And that was my purpose, right? And the time and energy I used it. You divide all the energy, the music that I created over the time, the days, and then I got pi, right? Proving free will and infinity, infinite free will. And then action. I took all the actions required, getting on the ferry, living in an island for 44 nights and 44 days, writing music, uploading the music, creating content as I was there, uploading all this information and all this data to the net. So all these things require actions, and I took those actions. And then White, which is the fifth primary element, guided me, because White is essentially is a proof to infinity. It's the mechanism of infinity, to manifest infinity through our purposeful action, through our free will, with our brains, with our minds, with our love, with our hearts. The energy of the heart is the highest energy of creation. So I created all this music with all the love of my heart. So that's it. Hey, and creativity, infinity manifesting this music, original sounds, original singles, almost 140. So that's a lot of music in under 50 days, 40 days or so, shy of 50 days. I wrote 100, almost 140 songs. So that's a big, you see, and because it was high input, high output, the results were outstanding. 100 plus songs. It's a lot of songs in just over a month. You see, it's the power of White, infinite creation, infinite free will. When you are in sync with infinity, which is the sixth primary element, flow. When you're in flow with infinity, infinite free will, you create and do amazing things. And in fact, I did so well that I approximated to pi. And from full disclosure, I did not in the beginning aim to approximate to pi. I was just there to write music. But I was in harmony, in synchrony with existence itself, because that's who we are. And my flow was one with infinity, my infinite free will, my purposeful daily action. And it allowed me to create through White, action, time and energy, purpose and identity to yourself, the individual, enough songs to approximate pi to pi. I mean, imagine that. So that's the amount of, I was in sync with infinity, proving that who we are, our nature. And all the evidence is there for the world to see, for humanity to see, for the Republic of Planet Earth to see. And I also did other things. I wasn't only writing music, I was also, doing other things. I have a son, and I have this channel, and I was uploading content and doing all sorts of things, and doing all the things that we do. So you see, so it's amazing, right? It's amazing what we can do when we understand our nature, who we are, and this is the beauty of free will, right? So then, what's the seventh path? The seventh primary element of compass is true north. Right, so exactly, so my north was clear. I had a clear north, which is to write music with the love of my heart and flow with the love of my heart, infinite energy, infinite creation, because love is the highest energy of the human heart, and we exist because of the human heart. The primary instinct is the human heart. It generates everything. So then again, because of the love, I was attuned with infinity itself, and I created all this information. Action, all these created a purpose. My true north. On path, and I wrote all these beautiful music that I'm going, because that was sung a cappella and recorded in the channel. But I have, all the notebooks with all many notebooks with all the music, the lyrics. So I'm now gonna produce them, and because I'm new in music creation per se, production, I'm gonna produce it properly, master them, and have soundtracks and all that with beats. So this is a new journey. You see, a new purpose in my life now, a new true north, which is to make the music commercial, meaning have a song, a commercial song, as is known, that will be released through all the channels, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, everything that's there, that's a marketplace, that's a platform for music distribution, will have my music, 100 plus songs, the highest quality of production that we humans can come up with, it will be there. So that's the true north, right? You see, further proving infinite free will. And then destination, right? And what's the destination? Well, the destination is that, having hundreds of songs, becoming a global musician, a global artist, songwriter. And that's the dream, right? Because it's why, how is the dream? We manifest our free will. And I have this dream now, my destination, which is to become a musician. I'm a writer now, but I want to be a musician. And I also want to be a comedian. I love humor, I love jest. It's a big part of who I am. And my music sometimes has humor, and my videos have humor, and my writing has humor. But I want to be a global artist. It's my dream right now. I want to be a global musician, a global songwriter, and win awards. I want to win Emmys, and I want to win all sorts of awards, because I'm also not only gonna make the music, I'm also gonna make the videos. I'm gonna produce the videos, a full video production, everything, music videos for all the platforms, and eventually win awards. I grew up watching MTV, so I would love to win an MTV Music Award for best video or something like that, best song or whatever. And I wanna win Grammys as well. I want to win Grammys, both Latin Grammys, and I want to win the original Grammys. I want to win everything. I have a song called I Want Them All. And the song is exactly about these prizes, awards, rewards, uh, trophies. And I want them all. So I want them all. I want them all, I want them all, I want them all. You see? Because of that is my dream. I also, I'm working on my comedy. I haven't done like any sets or any bits or anything yet, per se, like these, but I have a song called The Stand Upper, kind of like a funny song, but it's about that, is my beginnings in humor, in comedy, because I want to do both. I want to be a singer, a producer of my own music, everything done by myself, and the videos as well. One of my very good friends from childhood, he's one of the greatest current young video producers and makers. He's making the videos for global elite artists, and we grew up together. His mom used to make pies for me growing up. So he's a very good friend of mine. So I'm gonna, once the music is out, commercially produced songs, fully mastered and released, the soundtracks and everything, I'm gonna hit him up. So we actually do that challenge, 100 plus videos together. You see, because purpose has to be bigger than yourself. You see, and that's the dreams, right? My dream, my destination, that's where I'm headed. And this is a proof, infinite free will. You see, and that's not only the music and the videos and all these, but I also still have my YouTube channels, and I'm gonna still work on this, and I'm gonna still work on my book, and I'm writing a new book. I'm writing a new book as well, and then it's the comedy as well, right? My comedy, my humor, my jest. all that's also there. So I have an infinite number of pipelines, infinite free will, you see. And on top of that, I'm a father, I have a son. His birthday is tomorrow. So you see, it's all these things, right? It's all these things coming together as one, who we are compass. As sundials, because we open our heart, right? We open our mind, we open our eyes and stare at the sun and understand that we're one with infinity, the astronomical creator, the sun, and the terrestrial creator, the earth, came together, our father and our mother, to create us, the human race, the human DNA, over an infinite number of cycles to generate the DNA and the conditions so we exist, so we can have our heartbeat and we have our own electromagnetic field that makes us light spherical beings, who we are, so we can do exactly what I'm doing: writing books, writing music, making videos, being a YouTuber, being a video maker for my music, and I'm making my music, I'm producing my music myself, I'm writing it and singing it, everything. And then my humor, my comedy, and my sets, and everything that I'm working on, my beats, and all my jokes, and all the things that I'm working on. So it's all part of this. I have a lot of respect for comedy as what it is, and I want them all, right? I want them all. I want all these awards in comedy as well. I love that. You see, because as a writer, I eventually, one of the things that I also want, my dreams, right, my destinations as a compass, is also to make movies and write movies and direct the movies and act in the movies as well. And I am in a country where the quality of movie production and movie making is world level, is world class. So everything where I live is world class. I'm very fortunate in that way. So you see, all these elements are here already for me just to manifest through my free will and my purposeful daily action. So this is it. You see, this is then again the first video in a series of our freedoms as per Earth's constitution. And it starts with free will. Everything starts with free will. So, because we are free. So, is that we are free to think and choose and create as infinite eternal creators because of our DNA. And then again, it's that. It's our ability to do this every day, purposeful daily action. You see how everything comes full circle, the sphere, who we are. And when you are in synchronicity with infinity, because that's what we are, but we are grounded, you see, the electromagnetic field of the human heart, the human body, in sync with the electromagnetic field of the earth, so we're grounded, and then in sync with the electromagnetic field of the sun, then we are one with everything. Because they created us. The biological creator is the human heart. And the human heart comes from the DNA, the biology of humanity, the infinite eternal biology of humanity. And then that came as a result of what? Well, the sun and the earth coming together in their infinite love and creation for existence and light spherical energy to create all the conditions for us to exist. So here we are, capable of doing just that, create. Just like they created us, we also create. Hey, and it's beautiful. So free will is that. Hey, us as compass. So this is the first video of a series of all the freedoms. I have 51, 52, 50 plus freedoms, including free will, that I have encoded and enshrined in the Constitution of Earth. And I want to talk about those, and I'm sure there will be more to come. And there's so many more videos that I will be making on top of everything that I've been referring to. So I just wanted to essentially make this video to show you the proof of infinite free will, that this is real, and this is something that we all humans have the ability to do, because we all have a human heart. We all have a body. We all have a mind. We're conscious and self-aware. We are in control of our lives. So this is the beauty of it, that we have the ability to become past and sundials because this is our nature. It's a choice, it's free will. And once you understand this, that who we are, then you start to create. And then you in sync with infinite free will and infinite eternal creation. Who we are with the biological expression of infinity. The human DNA is this infinite, ancient organism that self-aware and conscious that developed through evolution here on Earth because of the support systems of the Earth and the sun coming together and creating us. That's why we're light spherical energy, because the sun is light spherical energy, and it created all the elements necessary and all the conditions for the Earth to exist the way it is, which is also spherical. You see? So it is all full circle. It's all coming together as one. Who we are, infinite eternal creators. So this is wonderful. It truly is. And I love you with all my heart, with all my might, and I'm very glad that that you know I'm making this video, and I'm very happy overall, and sharing the message of free will and who we are as infinite eternal creators. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. So remember who we are. We're the epicenter of the cosmos, just like the apple or the seed of life right at the heart. We are the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the most ancient species. This is who we are. We're the central race, we're the central species. Our sun is the most ancient sun in the most ancient galaxy, in the most ancient solar system, at the epicenter of infinity itself, as we know, this universe, which is just one of an infinite number of them. But in our universe, in our infinity, our singularity, the sun is the closest to the epicenter of it, because remember, it's spherical in nature, like everything. So we are at the epicenter of that, and the apple proves that at the heart of it is the seed of life, and we are that. We channel the energy of creation. You see, we breathe oxygen, and oxygen is an element, active element, and also we drink water, which has oxygen and hydrogen is an element created at the heart of the sun, the singularity, and we consume that. You see, we are bigger creation than those elements. Those elements are the building blocks of life, and we are a bigger form of life because we are biological. We consume these primordial elements that are the building blocks of life. Water, right? Oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen as in the way of air that we breathe through our nostrils, right? Our lung singularity, oxygen in, oxygen out, that pulse of the lung, right? What does it do? Well, it oxygenates the body, and the heartbeat not only generates the electromagnetic field that powers us so we can exist in light spherical energy and we can love with our hearts, but also moves all the oxygen across the body. Oxygen in, oxygen out through all the systems of the body, right? So you see, it's all this harmony, all this symphony, all these rhythms that come as a result of the resonance of the human heartbeat. And then the singularity of the mind, just like the singularity of the lung and the singularity of the heart, all coming together, plus all the other organs and all the other glands, the human body, like the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, for example. So we have the third eye, so we have all these visions. We open the portal, we build the bridge, we evolve through our eyes, which is spherical. So we see reality for what it is. This beautiful creation, they create a light spherical energy. Who we are at the biological scale, you see. This is all who we are. So we can create. And we manifest free will, right? And because we're infinite love and infinite energy, we shatter fantasies and illusions, right? And we render them obsolete because of love. All this low vibration just gets fully disintegrated, fully shattered because of our love. It's high energy, it's creation, it's the love of the heart. The highest energy of creation at the biological scale, who we are, because we channel the energy of the sun through us. You see, oxygen is this element. It's a lot of molecules. It's a very active element. And then hydrogen, we're mostly water. So you see, we're very dense, and it's hydrogen in there, and hydrogen is created at the heart, at the core of the fusion reaction of the sun. You see, and we consume this. This is who we are. We channel the energy of the sun through our eyes and through the body, through our actions. And this is what free will is. This is what love is putting all that energy output out there through our purposeful daily action, creating with love. You see, the love of our hearts, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. Who we are, who we are. And it's just beautiful. This is why for us to, because the purpose of evolution, from a biological point of view, from the human DNA point of view, the genome, the code, the script, right, is to, just as nature is infinite, so is to evolve to infinity. And the way we do that is obviously you need high energy, right? Just like the sun. So it has output, right? High energy output that creates elements, right? So then what's the highest energy output that we can create? Well, it's the human heart, right? And that's love. So we create with love. So the more we love, the faster we evolve, and the more loving things we create. So this is what the evolutionary biology of the DNA is from a human point of view. It's loving, so we evolve to infinity because we are infinite. But the biology of infinity is the biology is essentially this density scale at which infinity manifested in a conscious and self-aware manner that can observe the other creation, which is what we see with our sensory perception, the earth and all the elements and everything that we see, the terrains and the lands and the territories of the Republic of Planet Earth, everything that we see and everything that we create, everything that we can, is that what we see, right? The reality is that we are at the next level, is a creation on top of that creation, that we are the same but at the biological scale, so we evolve to infinity. And the highest energy is love. So we create. So the sun with its own love and highest energy creates elements, right? Well, love is the highest energy of the human heart. So with our energy, we create what? Music. We make children. We make love, we have children. And we love our children and we raise them. Our instincts to love, right? And then we love ourselves so we can create other things. Like in my case, my book, my music, my jokes, my humor. Right? And everything else. So it's all these coming together as one. You see, it's all of these coming together as one. We are this level, right? And we are this. And why are we the most advanced? Why are we the central race? Because we're at the epicenter of infinity. The planet, our planet, is located at the epicenter of infinity. Why? Because infinity itself replicates at all scales, and infinity replicated not only biologically through us, but also organically through the earth and the support systems and the soil and all these different, and create food that supports us, right? Supports, because we're not only breathing oxygen and drinking water, which is elements, right? But we also consuming food, right? As essential energy source. It's not only sunlight into our eyes and our bodies, it's all these different sources, right? But then food that gives us energy, right? What's that? Well, it comes from the earth. And then we got the apple, which is a perfect example of what we are, because right there, the apple has the orb of it, is the electromagnetic field of the human body. It's exactly the same one. The way it looks is exactly the same. It's the same as the electromagnetic field of the earth, the same as the electromagnetic field of the sun, as the galaxy, as infinity itself. And the seed of life, as life, conscious and self-aware, is at the core of it, just like in the apple. And we are the epicenter, you see, because infinity itself replicates itself. And organically, through food, in this case the apple, replicated itself to prove where we are, who we are, our location. And is that the seed of life, us, infinity. Flower of life, tetragrammatons, infinite eternal creators. Humanity, who we are, the human heartbeat. This beautiful thing that we are. And then on top of that, we can eat that apple and it nourishes us. It's nutritious. Apples are super nutritious, right? Then say an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? for that very reason, because we are eating existence. And then within it is the seed that we can plant as a tree and then grow more apple trees. So you see it's an infinity cycle there. And then on top of that, if you look at the proto-meta systems property analyses of the apple and the apple orb, then the apple itself is the geometrically speaking, from a telemetric point of view, from a geometric point of view, from a hypergeometric point of view, it's the eye of the storm, exactly the same precisely at the atmospheric level. So then it's all this information encoded in it. All this information encoded in it. Everything encoded as one, and we consume that, we eat it. And because we're conscious and self-aware, our free will, our mind, allows us to see through our sensory perception, our eyes, we can see the apple and think of it and understand it and relate it to the rest of existence, infinity. And then we can eat it and taste it and touch it and feel it, sentient beings, who we are, and love it for what it is, this nutritious, nourishing food, fruit in this case, that we consume, that came from the earth, right? With all its infinite love for us to provide us with food so we can be alive. And then that's consciousness and self-awareness we see reflected in the apple, because self-awareness is knowing that we have an electromagnetic field that is exactly the same as the shape of the apple, and understanding that we're the seed of light, which is at the core of the apple, and the planet itself is telling us, look, the electromagnetic field, and at the core of it is the seed. So I am infinity, you are the epicenter. I create a fruit through the earth that geometrically represents we are the epicenter of creation, the most ancient species, you see? And that's the beauty of it. And it's not only the apple is just an example, but you look at all the other fruit, and a lot of them tend to be spherical in nature, right? Just think about all these different fruit out there, and also vegetables and all sorts, right? And the earth is spherical, everything is spherical, you see? The electromagnetic field of the galaxy is spherical. Infinity itself is light spherical energy. So it's that, right? It's understanding that, who we are. And that's free will, you see? Because now that we know that we're this, and we're conscious and self-aware, we're like the highest level of evolution, because we're biology. We're the biological creator. We're infinity, but at the biological scale, rather than the cosmological scale, astronomical scale, universal scale, infinite scale of creation that created us in the first place through all the support systems, the sun and the earth, astronomical terrestrial scales, right? We are the biological scale. So we can understand what the creator was in the first place and what the creator is, and then we can do that with the love of our hearts and understand through self-awareness and consciousness, because of the singularity of the mind, because of the singularity of the human heartbeat, which is the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, and the singularity of the lungs, which is oxygen in, oxygen out. So we can understand that we're breathing elements that come from the sun. You see, it's all these as one, and then we can eat that beautiful fruit, the apple, and the seed of life and what it means, right? And the seeds are spherical as well, right? So it's beautiful who we are, and this is it. Because we're that, then we manifest free will. See? Because what's my free will? I want to eat an apple, right? It's my choice. I want to make music. I want to make jokes. I want to make videos. I want to write a book. So this is the message today, is infinite free will. Infinite free will, and I have proved this. I have proven this with my purposeful daily action. Full circle through compass, the 8 primary elements. You see, like the sun has elements that create life, and the earth produces elements that, generate us, biologically speaking, as the DNA. We also have elements, and compass is precisely that. The 8 primary elements that originate all the other elements, and sundial and everything. Who we are. Infinite eternal creators. The human race. who we are. Benevolent species, a love-based species, a heart-based species, a loving species, a heartful species. Our nature is to that. We live to love and we love to live. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind. Love you all with all my heart, with all my mind.